Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. We're going to be unboxing one of the new bead mixes from Jesse James Beads, Spirit in the Woods, and this one is the Fox. And bringing along some gorgeous capture chain reaction. And this is also from Jesse James Beads, and here is the number. It is chain reaction number 3 and it's 6457. And this just goes perfectly with this mix. Just looking at the colors that you can see inside, you could just tell that it's gonna go perfectly. And so I know I'm gonna be using some of that, and I might be using some of this chain, some of this gorgeous, it's a dainty gold chain. And when you open it up, lo and behold, you have some jump rings too. So it even comes with some jump rings. So we might be using that. This is also from Jesse James Beads. I will put a link to these 3 items in the description, and then anything else that I might be using, because after I bust open this bead mix, we're going to put a couple things together. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows? So this is just absolutely packed full of goodies. We have beads, we have bead caps, we have charms, we have so much stuff in here. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is so pretty. So we have one of those. We have a couple of other fox type charms here. And is that it for the charms? That is it for the charms. I love this. This is so pretty. Then we also have some beads. So let's go through. Let me open this back up. And then I'm going to put the beads in as we go along. And we have some of these square beads. But when you look at these square beads, look at how they're drilled. I'm looking for a piece of... Look at how they are drilled. I don't know if it's going to go through here or not. Nope. Let me give it a little bit of a snip here, so it's nice and straight. Look how they're drilled. So gorgeous. Look at that. So pretty. So we have, what, 4 of these, and they are just stunning. And that color is just beautiful. That is so pretty. So we have 4 of those. Sticking with the glass, look at these teardrops. Oh, they're so gorgeous. They're a little bit richer in color and just beautiful. So pretty. So we have 4 of those. Then look at these gorgeous rondelles. How many of these do we have? We have 2 of these chunky rondelles. Look at that. So pretty. As you can see, they don't look the same. So yours are actually going to look even a little more different than mine. I love that. I love this finish of a bead. That is so gorgeous. I love it. And I love when Jesse James Beads includes this finish in their bead mixes. So gorgeous. Then look at these, so pretty, drilled like this. I love these. I'm going to keep these out. These are going to be earrings. So we're going to keep those out. We already know we're going to use those for earrings. And what are we going to use them with? We've got some little spacers. What I love about these spacers too is look how large the hole is here. Then also too, you have a little bit of wiggle room in between. So look what I did here. This was the bracelet that I did during the live with Jesse James Beads. It was Wendy Whitman, myself, and Meredith Roddy, along with Sarah James, and we were working with the newest Magical Mystery Bead Box, Beetlejuice. And so see what I did here? I just used a black jump ring that I got at jessejamesbeads.com and then just attached one of these spacers. So cute, huh? So we might be doing something like that with those. But I'm going to pin those off to the side. Look at these gorgeous spacers. I love these. So pretty. We have quite a few of those too. So I guess I'm just going to go into the metals. And then we have some of those other spacer beads. I'm going to go ahead and put those there. So we have some of those then. So we have this gold, right? Then you jump in and you've got some copper. Look at that gorgeous copper. And then look at these gorgeous crystal beads. So pretty. They're kind of like a peachy blush color. So pretty. So we have some of those. Then look at this orange, beautiful orange. And we have a couple of those. We have 4 of these. Love it. Then again, we have the spacers and bead caps in copper. Quite a few. We have quite a few metal findings. Oh, here's one of those beads again. So pretty. So we have 4 of those too. And then look at those. So gorgeous. We have several of those too. I might use that for this. So I am just kind of going to be piecing a few things together as we're going along. Maybe. I wasn't planning on it, but so pretty. Oh, look at those. Those have a nice large hole. You can fit 1mm leather through there. That is so pretty. Look at those colors. Beautiful. And so, yeah, we have 4 of those. Love that. We have, wow, we had 6. We had 6 of these guys, the ones that I pulled off to the side. 6 of those. Then we have some of these. Look how pretty that is. Kind of a gray, and you have a little bit of an orange in there. Kind of going to push those off to the side too for that. Okay, and we have another. Those have really large holes too. And look at that, just mustard, beautiful mustard color. And so we have 4 of those too. We have some elongated bicones. So pretty. And then we have some cone beads. Look at those colors, beautiful. So we have, what, 4 of the elongated bicones. We have, what, 6 of the cones. We have, looks like 6 of these beads. These actually have a little bit of weight to them. Then we have some of these beautiful little pearl-esque beads here. And then look at these disc beads. So pretty. Okay, so we have all those. We have these charms, this gorgeous little charm. Gosh, you can kind of do something with jump rings that way, or you can just hang it. We'll see what we can do with that little guy. So let's go ahead and get these put all away here. And I'm thinking just right out of the gate, we can maybe do something a little bit with these guys here. I could do something like that. I was thinking of maybe those little guys, maybe. Let's go back to these. We'll see how these look. We'll see how those look. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I just love this chain earring. So we're gonna go ahead and use head pins for these. We're gonna use some wire, some 20 gauge wire for these, and then we'll go ahead and use some 20 gauge wire. So I have some here. I went ahead and made one of the earrings. So that's what I came up with. Did a little bit of wire wrapping, attached an ear wire, and this is what we got. So I decided not to use this because I wasn't looking for a super long dangle, but we have 2 more of these guys in the bead mix, so we can still change our mind if we want to. Let me get you adjusted there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is use one of our Beadalon gold head pins. This is a flat head pin. Got this from jessijamesbeads.com. So we're gonna go ahead and thread on one of these beads here. We're gonna go ahead and come in sort of at the tippy tip and give it that 90-degree angle bend. We're gonna go ahead and come in with our round nose pliers, and my palm is facing me, and so I have that barrel and it's looking just like that, okay? And so then I just take that wire and just form it over the top barrel. And now the bottom barrel is in the way, right? And I need to get this guy over here. So I am just, while I'm holding on to this, I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate. And now I can go ahead and move my wire to the back. However, though, it looks like it's a little off-centered. So then I'm just gonna roll my wrist and get that looking just like this. So we have ourselves a lollipop rather than a pea. We're going to come in with our chain nose pliers just to give it some grip. And as you can see, my chain nose pliers are not over where my wires meet. I have a good grip, and then I'm going to go ahead with a second pair of chain nose pliers. These are bent chain nose pliers. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a wrap. I'm going to give it a second wrap, and then we're going to go around a third time and have that go towards the back. So where I start wrapping is what I call the front. And so I always end in the back because I'm really weird about the ends showing in my earrings. And so I will always have it go towards the back. Then we're gonna come in with our chain nose pliers and just get that tucked in a little bit. Okay. So there we have our wire wrapped loop. Now what we're gonna do is we want to grab our 20 gauge wire. This is 20 gauge German style wire. This is probably about, I don't know, maybe 4 inches. You could probably go a little bit longer on that if for comfort. And I'm gonna go down just about 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it that 90-degree angle bend. And the reason why this is all kind of cattywampus is how I put this in my spool. I go ahead and I fold it back over. So one end is always a little wonky. So now we're gonna go ahead and come in with our chain nose pliers about the same place that we made our other loop. And we're gonna go ahead and form over our top barrel. We're gonna come around to the back and make sure we have a lollipop, okay? But before we start wrapping, we want to open this up a little bit, and here's the front. And so I want to go ahead and slide this through this way, because I always like where my wrap goes first to be considered the front. All right, so now let's go ahead and come in just over the top, not where the 2 wires meet. We're gonna grab our bent chain nose pliers and come wrapping around 3 times. But you're gonna notice when I end, I'm not gonna end back here. I'm gonna go another 1/4 of a turn because this is going to be my back. Okay, so now let's go ahead and give that a little bit of a trim. Put that off to the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and come in, and we're just gonna tuck in that little bit of tail there. Let's go ahead and just give it a little bit of a tuck. And so now we have here, okay? And we can just straighten things out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add one of these spacer beads. We're gonna add one of these gorgeous cylinder beads. We're gonna make sure that the bottom is the bottom. And then this is gonna be my front. And see, this wrap is going this way. Well, I want this wrap to go this way because of my ear wire. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go close to my tippy tip. So we're going to go a little bit closer because we don't want a long neck, because I want my wrap to go tightly up against these spacer beads. So I'm going to come in about the same place as we were. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around. I'm just going to hold on to it gently while I rotate so that I don't lose my place, and then push that to the back. Then I'm just going to rotate my wrist so it looks like a lollipop. Let's go ahead and come in, and let's just give it 3 good, nice, clean, tight wraps. Okay, make sure we have that in there. That looks good. It's all nice and tight so they don't spin. And then we're going to come in with the flush side of our flush cutters and give it a little bit of a trim. And then we're going to hold it with our bent chain nose pliers so we have a good grip so that we can tuck in that tail. And it's not wanting to tuck in, so let's go around this way and then bring it back around. Okay, well, that's a little cattywalk, there? Let's try this again. So I have, here's the front, and I'm just going to start tucking this in, and I'm just gonna force it around. And so now let's go this way. And now we have a nice clean, wire wrap. Okay, so now what we're going to do is open up our ear wire and plug this on there. And there we go. We have a beautiful pair of earrings. Gorgeous. And this is using the Fox Spirit of the Woods bead mix from Jesse James Beads. I'm going to go ahead and I will do another video and break this up a little bit, and we'll make some more pieces using this gorgeous mix. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and making a pair of earrings using some of the beads and components from this mix. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Go ahead and comment. I love to hear what everybody has to say, and do subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.